So, wish you the best. This song was pretty much created as an anthem. I just got out of a serious relationship. Well, what I thought was serious, it wasn't serious to the other party. And Wish You the Best was just kind of like an anthem that I created to um, kind of give kudos to myself for actually leveling up in a sense, because before or in my previous relationships it was always, bump him, he wasn't, you know what I mean, like he played me, I'm so hurt. But this song, it was just like, whoa, I reached a new level, and I'm finally at the point, at the age, at the season where I can admit, all guys aren't crap. All guys aren't scrubs. All guys aren't, cheaters. Just the ones that I'm choosing, right? So, Wish You the Best was just my way to kind of create and come up with a song that was pretty much, I wrote it after the breakup, and it was just like my way of kind of like not really being bitter about it. It was just kind of like, you know what? I understand things just didn't work out, but hey, I'm at the point in my life, I'm at the age where I can just say I wish you the best. Like, you know what I mean? It was my choice to come back. It was my choice to take you back after 2-3 chances. It was my choice to accept what you were giving me. So hey, I wish you the best. No hard feelings, but it's time for me to go. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Mahogany here, and I'm here for another episode of Lyric Breakdown. And today we're going to talk about my new single, Wish You the Best. Yeah. Mahogany. So let's get into the first verse. So I start off the verse with pretty much first things first, delete my number, all the pictures, all the texts, and all the memories too, they're mediocre at best. So pretty much to just kind of say, you know what, like everything we've been through, let's just like move on. Let's forget the past. Let's take this, we're broken up. Let's take this is a new chapter. Let's just erase and forget about everything that we had going on, because it was mediocre. It's pointless, right? It's pointless because I finally got to the point where I realized my boundaries weren't firm, my boundaries weren't set. I was putting up with so much, and now that I got to a place where I realized my value and my worth, and I stopped trying to get you or that person to realize my value or worth, it was just kind of like, you know what, this is like mediocre, like this is kind of like sad, like this whole relationship, it was fugazi, go ahead and throw it away. Delete my numbers, all the pictures, all the texts. If this relationship meant nothing to you, it's just a game, just a test, right? So it meant nothing to you, it meant something to me. It was a game to you, but to me, it's just a test. And so then I kept going on in the verses saying my pull-up game strong, and I'm charging come and collect. I'm just pretty much saying, like, kind of recapping certain situations, like where I've actually pulled up in the relationship, y'all. I actually pulled up on somebody's son, right? Doing way too much, giving way too much energy, but it's like my pull-up game strong, and like the energy that I was coming when I pulled up, I was coming like I want my reparations for all those years that they did to my people, right? Like I was coming hot and heavy, like I want all that time back that I done gave you. That's how strong I was coming when I was pulling up. I mean, it was crazy. So then I go into, I want all my reparations, I demand respect too, and it's like I'm finally at the point where I realize my value and my worth. So at this point moving forward, regardless of whether we're together or not, which we're not, you're gonna respect me. I'm demanding my respect. From this point out, I'm demanding my respect. I'm putting my foot down. These are my boundaries, they're set and firm. It is what it is. And then I kind of get personal, because it's like, y'all know when you're arguing with somebody, or you're having a heated discussion with a person that you care for, and sometimes you get to a point where it's just kind of like, okay, you kind of break down a little bit. So a little bit in the verse, I'm like, I swear I thought you were my prince, but you were just a bugaboo. Like straight up, like I thought wanted everything with you. I saw the vision with you. But at the end of the day, if the person that you see that vision with doesn't feel the same way about you, it's a dead end. Like, it's a bust, right? It's a dub. So I swear I thought he was my prince, y'all, but he was just a bugaboo. And then I moved on to, I gave you 10 more minutes to explain and tell the truth, but all you did was waste my time and give another excuse. Like, how many times have we put ourselves in situations where you're giving the person chance after chance, opportunity to tell you the truth, to keep it real, to just keep it honest, to lay it out on the table, and they still just do what they're gonna do, right? People are gonna treat you how they want to treat you. You just have to choose whether or not you want to accept it, or you're gonna get to push it, right? So this was just kind of like reiteration, like, dang, like I gave you 10 more minutes after all this, after going back and forth, after us being in a relationship for this long. I just, something told, like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the care in me. I don't know, like the old me, the whatever that I'm trying to get rid of, but something like allowed me to give you 10 more minutes. Like, I'm just, I still had that hope. I was still holding on to what could have been. I'm like, all right, let me just hear him out one more time, because maybe this time, everything's gonna be clear, right? So it's like, I gave you 10 more minutes to explain and tell the truth, but all you did was waste my time and give another excuse. It is what it is. At this point, I gotta move on to the chorus, and that's why I was like, hey, I wish you the best. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about me, because for me, I can make it through whatever, no matter how stormy the weather. That's why I wish you the best, because it's time for me to move along. And literally by the end of this song, I'll be gone. So in less than 3 minutes, I mean, the pictures are going to be deleted, the texts are going to be deleted, your number's going to be blocked. We're no longer going to be IG friends, Facebook friends, Twitter friends, Snapchat. And in less than 3 minutes, by the time this song over, it's done. It's a wrap. Like, I'm deleting your Netflix information. I'm throwing away things. Now, pause. Something that I learned is that don't be throwing away stuff, y'all, that you want to keep later down the line. Like, certain things, like for me personally, I'm more of a out of sight, out of mind person. So it's just kind of like, okay, well, I need any memory or any thought of you or anything that was sentimental. It doesn't mean nothing, because you showed me your true color. So at this point, I gotta toss it. But certain things, like if your man bought you a whole man, woman, whatever, whoever you're with, if they, bought you a Louis, okay, I'm saying designer stuff, but I'm just saying anything that you use, you know what I mean? So if they bought you something as simple as a fan, and your fan's still moving, and you love sleeping with your fan at night, don't throw the fan away because you're upset. It is what it is. Hey, at least you got the fan. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bought you a new sheet set. Hey, I'm not about to throw away my brand new sheet set because I'm about to wash it a couple times and put it right back on my bed. It is what it is. Like, certain things, that you care about, or certain things that you like, not even like, you like outside of the relationship, keep those things, right? You don't just have to throw all your things away. But for me, certain other things, like sentimental things that were given in like a sentimental way, I gotta let those go because they didn't mean anything to you, right? Second verse, it was just kind of like recapping, what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, we became friends, besties. Everything was good until you came and tried to test me. And literally, that's how it is. It always starts all good and sweet, and then all of a sudden, your boundaries are being tested. All of a sudden, people want to do stuff that they never did before that they thought was cool, not thinking about your feelings. Like, where'd they do that at? Oh, nope, I'm putting a debt into it. Like, that's not okay. Moving along, force my way to see it through straight to diploma. Now, this line is pretty much just like, dang, like something that I learned when I was in college, something that my mama always taught me is that sometimes you have to see your way through. Like, when I was going through my hard times in college, and I was in a really terrible relationship, and like my mom always told me, like, give me encouragement, like, hey, at the end of the day, you just have to pass the class. Passing grade for majority of my classes was a C. So it's like, at this point, the relationship is kind of faulty, right? You tried to test me. We were friends, and all of a sudden you try to play these games with for some reason you just wanted to play these games. I don't know why you thought it was okay for you to play these games with me, but for some reason you thought you can play these games. All right, that's fine. So you forced me to see it through straight to the plumb. Like, you forced me to do the bare minimum, to see it through, to do what I needed to do so I can graduate to my next season, right? So I done seen it through straight to diploma. And that line is also kind of in reference to when I was in college. I had to see it through straight to diploma. It means I had to do whatever I needed to do just to pass to get that degree. Okay, moving along. This situation's dead can resuscitate a coma. Now, this line is very, very crucial and intimate and instrumental, because you have to realize that certain situations, like that you can't come back from certain things. You can't come back from certain things. Certain things change your perspective, change your mindset from that point forward. There are certain things you just cannot take back and come from. I can forgive you, but I'll never forget the way you made me feel, right? You used to look like this in my eyes, but after you did this, I can never look at you the same because of how you made me feel and because of what you did. It just doesn't align with me. So when situations are dead, you can't replay a dead situation. Once the situation is dead, it's a coma, it's flatline, it's done, it's a wrap, it's a done deal. You got to keep it pushing. Then it's like I kind of got into a little bit about me, you know what I'm saying? Because like I wake up every morning, get right back to the hustle, because it's like this situation's dead, so I need to focus on me at this point. Now it's all about me. It's all about Mahogany. I need to get back to my zen. I need to get back to my happy place and my routine. So I'm talking about wake up every morning, get right back to the hustle, because the hustle's everything. Because people never show respect until you start moving muscle. Like, people never show respect until they see you on your stuff, right? And it's just one of those things where it's like you have to do what's best for you. And for me, I realized that being in this situation, I kind of lost I wouldn't say I lost my mojo a bit, but my hustle slowed down. I wasn't hustling like I usually hustle. I was giving somebody too much time who wasn't giving me that same energy and time back in return. So at this point, it's just like, okay, well, I got to get back to my hustle. You know what I'm saying? I want that respect. I want that cred. I made it this far. I'm not about to let a situation take me, 3 steps back where I should be 5 steps ahead. So it's like I have to really start from where I'm at and like put my head down and start focusing and get back on track, start focusing back on my goals, start grinding and doing what I need to do. Then the next part is such one of my favorite lines, because it says you can't play a game with a player that is not a game. So real quick, when I was going through my breakup, I moved, like one of my worst relationships, I moved from Ohio to Illinois, and I came across this video of this guy just really giving encouraging things, and he said something, and it was just along the lines of like, you can only play game with somebody who is a game, pretty much. You can only play games with somebody who is a game. So if you're not a game, like, you can't play games with somebody who is not trying to play games back, right? If your boundaries are there, your standards are there, you know your value, someone can't come in and play games with you. You get what I'm trying to say? Because as soon as they start playing games, as soon as they cross that line, it's like, I'm gone, I'm dipped, I'm on to the next. I'm living my life like it's golden. You feel me? Like, I'm moving on. Like, there is no second, third chances. Like, it's too soon to be given those chances. Like, unless we're married, maybe I'll consider a chance. But no. It's too soon in this talking stage. No, you can't play a game with somebody that's not a game. Because as soon as you start playing, I'm on to the next level, next board, next season, new boo. Where are you? You know what I'm saying? So, and then I kind of just said some real stuff, like last name Davis, so it's never been anything to me. Like, my last name's Davis. I'm from a group of Davises. I'm half Davis, half Washington. I rep both sides. I got some good traits from the Washingtons, and I got some good traits from the Davises. But from my father's side, us Davises, we got that swag to us. I mean, we got that swag. It is what it is. What's up? You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like I had to realize and kind of pep myself up at that point. And it's like, yo, my last name's Davis. Like, I'm a Davis. Like, what am I sitting here tripping for? Like, it's nothing. Like, it's nothing. Like, if somebody doesn't want to be with you, they're acting up, they don't want to do what it takes to keep you, it's time to bounce. Like, and my last name's David, so I shouldn't even be tripping. Like, it's time for me to get ghost and do what it do. Back to the chorus. Hey, you know what? I wish you the best. I can make it through whatever. It don't matter what comes my way. I've been through enough this far to know me and God like this. He's my main man. Like, there's nothing we can't do. I wish you the best. No matter what weather, no matter what obstacle, I'm gonna be fine. It's time for me to move along, and I'm telling y'all, 3 minutes or less, it's gonna be a wrap. The page is gonna be turned. That's all it's gonna take for me to turn the next page is 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes to clear out my text. Give me 3 minutes to clear out those pictures so I won't get no reminders. Give me a few minutes. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, it might be a day or two where I get a little sad, a little lonely. But what I do with that time that I used to spend with you, I either focus it on myself or I fill that time with other things, hobbies, talking to people connecting with loved ones that I haven't spoke to in a while. Like, I replace that time that I was giving to you with things that I want to do, with things that are going to add value to me, whether it's prayer, whether it's hobbies, whether it's writing, whether it's me being creative, talking to family members, just calling on my mom, my granny. Hey, let's talk. Like, what's up? Let's chop it up. Let me call a few cousins. Like, hey, cuz, what you been up to? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It only takes 3 minutes for me to turn the page, and all that time I spent on you, I got to spend it on something more valuable because, you know, you didn't understand my value and you weren't worth my time. Next verse. Just going through some of the rest of the relationship because, you know, just stating facts. Like, you get to a point when a relationship or a situationship, I got to keep both handy because these days either one can be in play. But it's like you get to a point where you just have to put the facts on the table. Like, you get to a point where it's like, okay, I understand where my feelings are. You know, I'm taking responsibility for what I did. So now it's just time to go straight into the facts, right? We're going to put my feelings to the side. It is what it is. I can get through whatever. My last name's Davis. Like, I understand what I did wrong. I'm in a new season, but let's get to the facts. I thought I was special because he posted me on a story, but he do that for everybody. See, I don't want him. He for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I had to just put that straight on the table right now because I thought, like, there were certain things in the relationship that I thought, oh, because he was doing it for me, that it was special. Like, no, girl, he was posting something that only you could see and could nobody else see. You know what I'm saying? Now that y'all not here, or I've been in situations where my friends follow the dude I was talking to too, and they seeing something totally than what I can see. So I'm like, oh, so you blocking certain things that I can't see. Okay, that's cool. But if you feel like you have to do that with me, this is not the situation I need to be in anyway, right? So I thought I was special, but he do that for everybody. See, I don't want him. He for everybody. I wonder who it is calling back to back, blowing up my phone. So we done been here before, and it's like a cycle, right? We've all been there when we were in a relationship, and there's like a cycle of whatever it may be. There's always a cycle, but usually the cycles that go on aren't good cycles. Whether it's a toxic cycle of arguing and screaming, talking about the same thing, whether it's a cheating cycle, whether it's a misunderstanding cycle, whether it's a I'm done and when we're broken up and now we're back together cycle. Usually cycles aren't positive, but in this case I'm talking about toxic cycles. And it's like, I swear we done been here before. Like, we're back here again. Like, you know, like, this is about the third and final chance that we're back here again. Like, okay, I just have to put it on the table. Because each time you come back and you said, if I know better, I'm going to do better, baby. So me, I'm just like, well, hold on. I think I got... thought I was special because he posted me on his story, but he do that for everybody. See, I don't want him. He for everybody. I wonder who it is calling back to back, blowing up my phone. Swear we done been here before. Said if I know better, I'ma do better, baby. And I say, but it's been way too long to play it back. And here he goes. Said I can show ya way better than I explained, but here I am. But even time won't help me take you back. And it's like, this is a cycle. So every time we get to a point where we break up, he comes back and he's like, if I know better, I'm gonna do better. Like, you just gotta speak up. If I know better, I'm gonna do better. But my thing is that at this point, it's been way too long for us to keep playing this same thing back. Here we go. I can show you better. I can show you, like, you know how some people be, they try to get back with you and their words their actions haven't been aligned with their words all this time. Now all of a sudden you're just so confident you can show me better, you can tell me, but you couldn't show me this entire time. And then at this point, I'm just like, time won't even help me take you back. Like, at this point, I came to the realization, like, yo, I'm in a new season. I accept what I put myself into. I accept the facts of the relationship. I remember who I was because I forgot for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Even time won't help me take you back. So then that's when I hit him back with, I wish you the best. I can make it through whatever, no matter how stormy the weather. And that's why I wish you the best, because it's time for me to move along. I'll be going by the end of this song. And then I get to the bridge, because this part was so instrumental for me, because when I wrote this, the relationship was over. The person I was with decided to break it off with me. Randomly, out the blue, one day to make it out for me. But one thing about me is that if that's the best thing for you, I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to second guess. You feel me? Like, I respect you enough to be like, okay, if this is the best thing for you, I respect your decision. I wish you the best. That's all I can say. I'm not going to call you back and beg you. I'm not going to sit here and cry on the phone and try to get you to understand. No, if the best thing for you is to walk away, I totally support you. Walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to understand. We're going to take a sidebar, because something that people don't really realize is that closure is personal. You don't get closure from other people. People always want to, oh, I need closure, and try to have all these extra conversations at the end. But when your boundaries are being crossed and you make that decision, it's time for you to leave, and that's the best thing for you to do. No amount of conversation is going to help you understand, especially when you're in a situation where you're dealing with somebody who hasn't been telling the truth this whole time. You're dealing with somebody who green lights you, gaslights you, right? You're dealing with somebody who hasn't really, they've been lying the whole time, right? But you're dealing with somebody who hasn't really shown up the entire relationship the way you want them to show up. Now, all of a sudden in this conversation, you expect to get all the answers you want, right? Closure is personal, because no matter what they say or don't say, no matter, it's like I feel like when you go and you want closure from someone, you're expecting them to tell you something to put you at peace. Like, you're expecting them to give you something that's going to make you relax and be able to move on peacefully, right? But you cannot rely on another person to give you what you need to move on. You're going to have to move on regardless. What happens if they don't call you back and they don't want closure? What happens if they ghost you? What happens if they do what I do, which is in that 3 minutes they turn the page and they're in a new chapter and they just have no desire to talk? You feel me? What happens if you're dealing with somebody who lies all the time and they were never honest, and they continue to lie and they still don't give you the answers that you're looking for, right? Closure is 100% personal. You have to find a way to turn that page for yourself on your own. Forgive that person or whatever feelings, pain and everything that they caused you. Not only forgive that person, but forgive yourself for allowing that to happen, for having faulty boundaries, for putting yourself through that situation, for choosing this person, and move on, right? But that's a whole nother topic story. I just wanted to just do a real quick snippet that closure is personal. Let's keep it pushing. But anyway, so when I get to the bridge, it's just kind of a reiteration of my motto and how I do things, how I roll. And it's kind of like, you only got to tell me once and then I'm gone. Never, ever, ever try to hold on. I don't want it if it doesn't want me no more. I got to keep it pushing, headed straight for the door, right? And then I just kind of repeat it, because like sometimes people don't really get it the first time. So I brought it back, because it's like, you only have to tell me one time. So when this individual, like, decided to cut it off with me, it was cool. You only had to tell me once, literally less than 5 minutes. Like the Netflix account that I had of his, gone. I went ahead and deleted off my page, deleted my personal account. Like, I went ahead and did everything because I respect your decision. Let me remove myself from the situation to give you your space, right? And it doesn't even have to be that simple as somebody breaking up with you, but it's just like, you only have to tell me something once. Like, you know what I mean? You only have to give me the vibe that you're not feeling me once. You only have to, give me the impression or make me feel like you're embarrassed of me once. That's it. I'm gone. Like, why do I have to feel it a second and third, fourth and fifth time for me to realize it's time for me to leave? You know what I mean? And then I really wanted to reiterate the fact that, like, if something doesn't want me, I don't want it anymore. Like, it's instant. I don't care how much I loved you. I don't care how much it hurt. If the thing that I want does not want me, that means it's not equally yoked. It's unbalanced. I gotta move on. I want to be in a situation where it's healthy. I want the vibes to go both ways. I don't want it to be one-sided. And then, of course, at the end of the day, I got done spitting those facts, and I had to hit you with "I wish you the best," because I can make it through whatever, no matter how stormy the weather. Because it's time to move along. I'll be gone by the end of this song. So overall, "Wish You the Best" was kind of like an anthem that I created to get me through the breakup that I was dealing with. And I evolved, right? I entered into a new season, and instead of me blaming someone else for the situation I was in, I decided to take full responsibility. I put myself here. I chose this. My boundaries were a little faltered. I kept going back. I kept accepting it back, you know. But then it got to a point where I realized, hey, who am I? You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing here? Like, this is not healthy. This is not beneficial. It's time for me to go. So, with that being said, I wish you the best, and I hope you enjoy a lyric breakdown. For those of you that haven't heard my new single, "Wish You the Best," please click the link above, and be sure to leave a comment below in the video below to tell me who you wish the best, right? Whether it's a friend, a cousin, a relationship, an old boss, a job, whatever. Comment below who you really wish the best. Who you're just, you know, it is what it is. I'm on a new season now. I don't wish you no harm, no pain. I take responsibility, but I wish you the best. It's time for me to move on. Until next time, Mahogany. Yeah. Mahogany.